ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Saturday, which means it's time for another Nozz Watches Kekkai Sensen King Crimson Edition! Oh boy. Oh fucking boy. So, this episode was probably on par with the second episode, but that don't mean it's no good. That don't mean it's good. It just means it's better than the last episode, which was just chess. And it was chess with no rules, and it has all of the same fucking problems. It's forgotten the initial premise, it just adds more fucking questions, and what questions it does answer makes the world make less and less fucking sense. It adds a new monster type, but that new monster type is just kind of either shitty or it's too strong. One of the two. And then we find out more about Leo's powers, but then Leo's powers immediately just fucking mean nothing. He might as well have nothing. 5 things wrong that are just the running theme. Now I actually started on the first point at the end of the actual react part by accident, but I'm gonna go over it again here. So the initial premise of this show is that a couple years ago, a giant hole opened in the middle of Manhattan, and this Yggdrasil knockoff just fucking started growing out of it. And all sorts of monsters just wound up in New York, to the point where it's now 50% populated by monsters, so it became its own country, and the US government was just like, yeah, fuck it. Our main hub of our financial system, yeah, fuck it. That can just be its own goddamn country now, I guess. Fuck it. Have it. We don't care. Fuck it. Build a wall. Make it 10 feet higher. And then Leonard came there because God was like, hey, one of you fuckers, give me your eyes. And his crippled sister was like, yeah, no, fuck me up, fam. And then Leonard got God eyes. So then he comes back to New York to try and figure out how to make his sister not blind. Like, fuck not having legs. Nah, she's got to be able to see. Like, what the fuck does anything that's happening have to do with that? What the fuck? It feels like this whole thing is a goddamn side quest. Like, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. And now I've got a fucking eyelash in my eye because I'm a fucking asshole. But it doesn't make any fucking sense at all. It's just like, hey, yeah, I gotta go save my sister. Oh, but I gotta deal with the vampires, though. Gotta go play chess, though. Gotta get kidnapped, though. Fuck. Gotta do bath salts, though. Like, just this random shit that just happens. And it's like, what does this have to do with the actual plot? Is the answer nothing? Yeah, the answer is nothing. Like, and we've only got like 12 episodes. We've only got 12 episodes and we're already gone through 4. I'm pretty sure this is a 12 episode series. Hang on, let me quickly take a quick look and double check that. But while I'm doing it, I'm gonna talk. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, they're just wasting time. Like, in Gate, for example. And yeah, 12 episodes. And Gate is a bad show. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Gate's a good show. Gate is a bad show, but it was enjoyable. Difference. Key fucking difference between this and that. Gate, at the very least, they knew what they wanted to do, what had to be done. They're like, okay, we have this big fucking gate opened up in the middle of Ginza. We're going in, and we're going to see what the fuck is up. They go in, they see it is a rich, pre-industrial land that has a whole bunch of natural resources Japan doesn't have. So the whole plot becomes, all right, let's meet with the natives, let's befriend them, and set up this trading relationship and deal with the empire that wants to kill us. The entire series, like everything that is done in Gate, follows that need, follows that story progression. They go through the gate. They find a burned down village. They're like, well, shit. What the fuck? What the hell do we do with this? They find Chuka. They're like, okay, well, we're gonna need to communicate with people, so let's save her, get some goodwill. They go to the next village, and they're like, oh, we're being attacked by a Durgan. So like, okay, we'll evacuate you. Doesn't have an immediate benefit to their mission, but it allows them to get goodwill, which allows them to then cash that in for the trading later. It's every single thing has some connection to the main goal, even if it's like very, very minor. And this, though, has none. I don't see the connection between solving the drug problem, solving the war on drugs, and getting his sister her eyes back. I don't see that. Joining up with Libra, I guess maybe they could help, but they don't seem to be doing that. They just seem kind of be like dragging him along on missions that they were going to do anyway. Like, and even like the Eye of God, or Eye of Kami, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. Like, it doesn't really make any sense how this power fucking works. He's supposed to be able to see everything and affect other people's sight. Then why is it the one fucking time he has to see something, they make his goddamn eyes explode? What the fuck's the point? Why give him that power if you don't want him to see stuff? It doesn't make any sense. I'm spitting on my fucking monitor now. Like, the whole premise and the whole, like, thing just does not fucking work. It's dumb. It's retarded. And it doesn't make any fucking sense. And then, going on from not making any fucking sense, I've said it before, a 9/11 happens every 5 fucking minutes, it seems like. Like, during this, we had a plane crash, we had a bus crash, we had a train almost get taken out by a goddamn meteorite, a fucking space rock, and a fucking dragon at the same goddamn time, except the meteorite hit the dragon by mistake. That's 4 potential fucking 9/11s in the space of 20 minutes. That's, like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, I don't understand. That's a 9/11 every 5 minutes. What the... Why? Why is the world like this? And then they introduce Lucky Abrams, sorry, whose main ability is that he is a bad luck charm. He will always survive, which in of itself is bad writing, because you never write a character that has that get out phrase, has that get out ploy in every fucking thing he gets into, but causes extreme bad luck to everything around him. That's a really dumb power, and 2, it's really hard to actually display when the shit that we're shown to kind of display his abilities is underlined by the fact that that shit happens anyway. Like, when when Leonard gets on the fucking train at the start, before Abrams is even in the picture, the announcer says, "Hello everybody, thank you for riding the New York Metro. You have a 12% chance of survival today." The fuck? So that means that 88% of trains in the New York Underground crash. Now, I hate to say something about the immigrants, but hey, you know, it seems like these monster people, they ain't holding up the infrastructure too much. Like, if the show was better, I'd say that was some sort of, like, kind of racist social commentary. But I don't have enough respect for the show to say that it's doing that on purpose. I don't, because the show is bad. It's a bad show. It's dumb. It's really, really dumb. Like, fuck me. I just don't understand why. Why are you like this? And then we get the vampires introduced, and the description they give, like, I really wish they hadn't, like, popped up that little text scroll. Like, at the start, it's like, oh, vampires are this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And then they go on to add, like, all these different fucking powers. Like, oh, they can't be seen by normal people. They can't, they have wings made of blood. They do this, and this, and this. And it's like, I don't care. I know what a fucking vampire is, and you're just ruining it by explaining it. Who doesn't know what a fucking vampire is? Like, you ask, like, a fucking 5-year-old, "Hey, little Billy, what's a vampire?" "Oh, it's a big motherfucker that turns into bats and has blood powers." "Very good, little Billy. Now get in your room or I get the belt." Oh, that was just me? Okay, alright. What's the point? And then when we do actually get to see the vampires, the entire fight sequence is super one-sided, because it's shown to us that the vampires we see are jobbers. They're like the lowest of the low. Like, oh yeah, no, we're like rank 1. We're like rank 1 vampires. We ain't shit in the grand scheme of things. And then we have these two people that are shown to just like blow motherfuckers away, like with like blood bullets and ice blood, and then they get destroyed to the point where they should be dead. And then they've got this big old speech where it's like, oh, our bullets, your bullets, your blood bullets, they just decimate things on the cellular level in an instant. Except our vampire regeneration powers allow us to regenerate in that same very instant. You'll never beat us. Then it's like, oh yes, but eventually humanity will outdo the immortals. We will go faster and further than you. And it's like, no. No, because you guys literally have godlike blood magic. And they are shrugging it off, even though they are saying, oh yeah, no, blood magic fucks us up. Blood magic fucks them up. It's their natural kryptonite, but they can just power through it because they are that strong, apparently. And then that entire thing is then, like, made artificially true by Klaus jumping out of a train and using a blood magic that doesn't kill, instead turns you into a fucking crucifix, which I do actually like the symbolism of. Like, it makes the humans that almost died, it makes their fight look stupid. And, like, the vampires do, at least. It makes the vampires look... vampires make them look stupid. And then Klaus jumps out and then makes the vampires, in turn, look stupid. And then Leonard's whole thing at the end where he's like, oh, this was a hard fought battle. We barely scraped through by the skin of our teeth. Oh, boo-hoo, how will we ever beat them? And the answer is, you fucking throw Klaus at it! Or you have Klaus teach other people how to do that shit. Like, it's shown that you can learn how to do this blood magic shit, because Zap had to have learned from somewhere. Like, it's not that hard. Like, now that we've seen that this blood magic can just turn you into a crucifix in the space of like a second with no real way to block it, just throw Klaus at it. We don't even need Leonard here. And there was this whole thing of like, oh no, you can't see them. You can't see them. How are you gonna know where they at? And then Klaus pops out and immediately knows where they are, and just fucking crucifixes them. So Klaus can see vampires. What's the point? What is the fucking point? There isn't one, I guess. I don't know. Ah, shit. Hey everybody, so that was the 4-episode rule, and I'm split. Because this series is really fucking dumb, and we're about a third of the way through it, and we haven't made any progress on the main actual premise. Which is a bad sign for going forward. On the other hand, it's got vampires and they keep introducing new stuff. But then back on the other hand, a lot of it is just noise. It is just noise with no real fucking sense or sensibility. Then back on the other side, it looks really pretty. So I don't know. I kind of really want to move on to the next anime in the Patreon list. But at the same time, I do kind of want to see if they can make it better. So I'm gonna put a... Oh, my nose is like really itchy all of a sudden. I'm sorry. This already looks really gross. Ah! So I'm gonna put a poll up in the card. It's gonna have 3 options. It's gonna be like, one more episode, finish the series, or at least get a little bit further in the series, or move on to what's next. If you join my, if you, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and that's, and what the one that's next is like 4. There's like 4 animes in the barrel. I haven't chosen which one yet. I'm actually gonna put it on like a little wheel. I'm gonna choose it that way so it's fair. And we're gonna see, because they were all recommended roughly the same time. So it's like, oh boy, which one first? Anyway, everybody, so yeah, vote on that. As always, I am Nozz. If you want to help me keep the lights on and suggest animes of your own for me to watch, and at least do the 4-episode rule on, then you can always donate $1 on the Patreon, which thankfully is not rolling out the stupid changes they were going to make, so hooray for that. Thank you, Patreon. I will I will fucking, like, sing your praises to the end of time for, like, not fucking over everyone. And that gets you a special role on the Discord with a special Patreons only chat, as well as a Patreons only voice channel for the Saturday live streams. And everybody, as always, I am Nozz. Let me know what you think down there in the comments. And remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe if this is the first time you're here. And I'll see you in the next video. But most importantly of all, I shall see you around the room.